Pep Guardiola has officially signed his 2-year contract extension at Manchester City. Cristiano Ronaldo and Mr Beast sat down for a video together on YouTube. And Lewandowski had an eye-opening interview with Rio Ferdinand. That and much more in today's Football Fix. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Today we're starting off with Goals Ballon d'Or 2025 Power Rankings. This is the current top 10 as it stands in terms of likeliness of winning the Ballon d'Or in 2025. We've got Salah on top, which is maybe a little bit surprising, especially considering how good he's been in previous seasons and not got close to winning a Ballon d'Or. Lewandowski second, Rafinha third is crazy to hear, but he has been amazing. Vinny fourth, Musiala fifth, Lamine Yamal sixth, Haaland 7, Kane 8, Gyökeres 9th, and Mbappe 10th. Where he has come from to be in the top 10 is baffling. Then one of the main stories was the Cristiano Ronaldo and Mr Beast collab. They sat down for a nearly 15-minute video uploaded to Cristiano Ronaldo's YouTube channel, which was talking about breaking the internet and talking to Mr Beast about some of his videos, his content plans and everything like that. A couple of quotes that came out about it. Mr Beast asking, we saw LeBron playing with his son in basketball. Will CR7 do the same with Junior? And he said, we will see. It depends on how his legs are going in a couple of years. They are also both dropping more videos together at the end of November, which could be really, really cool. Ronaldo has also got a Netflix docuseries that is coming out, which is Saudi Pro League Kickoff, which is now streaming, talking about his story unfiltered and his journey as he moved on his way to Saudi and how the Saudi Pro League is trying to evolve and innovate as it builds to try and become a global phenomenon. Reece James is injured once again. This guy cannot catch a break. This is what Maresca said about it. He said, it's not easy, but if every time James gets an injury it becomes harder for him, it's for me even worse. So is he sort of saying that potentially they need to just wrap him up in cotton wool and not let Reece push himself back into the fold? Because surely it was Maresca's decision to start him when he did and throw him in at the deep end. And he's been playing him out of position as well. It's interesting to sort of see those connections between the players and the managers when it comes to a player coming back from injury. But he does say, hopefully, he can be available in the next game. So, fortunately for Reece James, it's not one of these multi-month injuries that he's had so many times before. A slightly different story here. The Serie A is going to open a special transfer window between June 1st and June 10th. So, something that we haven't seen before. Obviously, we have seen FIFA and Gianno Infantino talking about the Club World Cup and wanting to make it this humongous tournament and everything like that. So does that warrant having its own special transfer window? Or is that getting a little bit extreme and pushing something that is, in reality, sort of glorified friendlies and a pre-season-esque tournament into the forefront of the sport? PSG have locked down Achraf Hakimi to a new long-term deal that keeps him at the club for another few years until June 2029. It is now sorted, salary details all in place, and it will be announced very, very soon. Speaking of new contracts, AC Milan director Moncada has talked about Theo Hernandez and Maignan and their planned new details in their deals. We are in talks to extend, and it is going very well. We started well and all players are very happy here. They don't want to leave AC Milan. Theo Hernandez has previously been linked with Real Madrid as they are on the search for a new left-back and look like they are going to end up with Alphonso Davies. Maignan has been linked with a number of clubs including PSG, Chelsea and more around Europe. Lewandowski sat down with Rio Ferdinand and had a really good interview. I highly recommend you checking it out. It is on Rio's platforms, and one of the interesting things that came out is him talking about Lamine Yamal and saying the first time he saw him in training, he was only 15 years old. I've never seen a lot of talent in my life, but never like that. It was amazing. How does he do it at that age? I swear it's impossible. And the other one is a really interesting one. As he says, he agreed to join Manchester United in 2012, but Dortmund refused to sanction the transfer. I said yes to Manchester United because if Sir Alex calls you, you can't say no. And he remembers the conversation with the president of Dortmund. He said to me that they need him. They're not going to sell him because it's so important for them to keep him. Interesting that this could have been a monster signing. You have to think that this is the time where Sir Alex was ready to leave. They had Van Persie when they won that final league title. This could have been their long-term solution to that striker problem. And who knows? Maybe United would have won multiple league titles in that time. And the final big old story today is we finally have full official confirmation from Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has signed his new 2-year contract extension. He says that he has a really special feeling for Man City. That's why I'm so happy to be staying for another 2 more seasons. Thanking everybody that is involved. And a very important detail. There is no break clause in this contract. So if they are found guilty of copious charges and they do get a monster points deduction and they get relegated, Pep does not have a clause in the contract to leave if that happens. So genuinely, there is a chance that in 2025, Pep Guardiola is a championship manager. Crazy times, but that is today's football news. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.